Hey, what up, y'all? It's your boy Scoob, and welcome to Spider's Diecast. Thank you so much for being here with me today. So, yesterday I was trying to review this Ferrari Daytona SP3 from BBR models. Trying to get some of that glare, off of the box for y'all. There you go. But unfortunately, giving you the bad news first, I kind of had a little bit of a mishap with my review yesterday. I tried to, turn the car over to, give y'all a better view of the details that I was trying to point out, on the car. But as I was doing that, I dropped it. You're right here on the turntable, and my left mirror broke. Yeah, my left side mirror. So yeah, that was a bit of a bummer. Had to break the super glue out, of course. Excuse my language, but it was already hell in the handbasket trying to get that motherfucker back on. So yeah, it kind of left me disappointed and, honestly a little angry. Because, of course, having detail, like having very fine, detail in 1/64th scale diecast, any scale diecast, I guess, that's just part of the game. That's just something that, us collectors, in premium, 1/64 scale diecast specifically demand. And I'm pretty guilty of that as well, as, I can admit and attest to. But, at the same time, though, however, I still think that, durability should never, ever be compromised. So yeah, because honestly, we as collectors, a lot of us, admittedly, we spend a lot of this money on this stuff that, we really ain't got. Well, at least most of us, excluding the super duper, ballin' folks, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I was definitely disappointed because, we spend a lot of money on, this stuff. And, anybody who knows anything about BBRs, these, of course, ain't cheap, obviously. These things were around 25, $30, especially when you add, shipping, tax, all that stuff. So yeah, the good news, the mirror, it seemed to be pretty sturdy, honestly, even sturdier than, before it got broke. So I guess, that's the silver lining of it all. So yeah, that's basically my rant. Didn't mean for it to be one, but it is what it is. I kind of wish, BBR would not insist on, using these hard plastic mirrors, but instead, take the mini GT route with the rubberized mirrors. Something that Pop Race started doing too. Tarmac Works with some of their cars, some of their models. But I get it though, on this car it'd be pretty tough to do that since, since you're making it black right there on the stalks, I guess, and then you gotta paint it yellow on the top, and then they still want to put mirrors in, I mean reflective inserts in. Excuse me. So yeah, I get why they don't do the rubberized mirrors, but I guess that would open some people would would argue that that would open up another can of worms too, as far as them disintegrating over time. But it really depends on the humidity in your area and how well you store them and how well you store these. In my experience, hadn't had a problem with that yet. I'm fortunate enough to live in a reasonable climate, even though it gets you pretty, hot down here, pretty steamy because I do live down south. But anyway, enough about that. Enough about that. I just want to move on to, some other parts of the car. Get my mind off of the mirrors for a while. So anyway, I would rather still have the rubber mirrors. It would save you a lot of trouble and a lot of work. But anyway, there's the front end. Got all the carbon fiber down there on the front lip. The Ferrari badges, got carbon fiber, on these lights. But these are kind of vertical, like carbon fiber right there. Got the vents right there too. And those are the light strips, pretty nice. Nice looking wheels, different size wheels, from front to rear, but not, egregiously, big, huge in the rear like the Hot Wheels wheels. Then you have carbon fiber here on the rocker panels, which looks pretty nice. Got more carbon fiber there under the windshield. Yeah, the windshield. Got, of course, more carbon fiber on the rear diffuser. Excuse me. Yeah, Ferrari badges, prancing horse logos, center exhaust, Ferrari Daytona SP3 right there on the license plate. And some tail lights right there. I believe those are inserts instead of them just being painted on. So yeah, pretty nice. Yeah, I mean, they're still... And sorry about that, it looks like they're painted on, but, they're definitely inserts. Nice interior in red, pretty nice. Just like how you would expect from BBR. I believe they got the best looking and the best detailed interiors in 1/64 scale. As far as the mainstream brands go, if you can call these premium brands mainstream. I like the red interior against the yellow exterior. You got all the details on the steering wheel, center console. Nice looking seats. You even got the carbon fiber on the gauge cluster. Yeah, that looks very nice. Yeah, you really can't see too much of the engine, but they show you what they show you, right? Got Ferrari badge right there. Got the feeler cap right there. And then these are actually actual slits. They're not just colored in with black. They're actually open, which is a nice touch. They're actually open around here too, around on top of the engine. Above the engine. And then you got some vents right here. Of course, with the Scuderia shields right there. Pretty nice touch. Your Scuderia shields. Just to reiterate that, one thing about these scoops right here, they're just a little too, they're like in a weird place for me on this car. I kind of don't like them around there. That's kind of the detail that I don't really like about, this car in general. Which made me not be 100% fan of the styling on it. Even though it's overall a pretty nice looking car. But yeah, kind of, kind of puts me off on it a little bit. Not just because of the placement of them, but because how squared off they are too. Not really a big fan of that. But overall, pretty nice looking car, I'd say. But that's pretty much it. So, yeah, it kind of went off a little bit, on the ramp. That was very unintentional, but sometimes you gotta put your foot down and get your point across to these brands. Hold them accountable. Yeah, slide that over there. That's much better. Smack dab in the middle. So yeah, I still think it's a nice color. I like the red interior with the yellow paint on the outside. Really gives it that pop. I think this, as far as the SP3s go, I think this would just be my only one. Just because of the styling. And then because of the mishap with the mirrors. So anyway, but I had to have one in the collection because if I collect Ferraris. That's just my main thing. So anyway, glad to have one. It's pretty heavy, by the way, too. So BBR. I'll still buy some stuff from them as long as they put more of an emphasis on durability, which I doubt they will on certain parts like the mirrors. But anyway, it is what it is. Glad to have one. Could have been worse. So anyway, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. Definitely be focusing on customs now, because I'm trying to make some more room for my the stuff that I collect as is. Trying to get rid of some Hot Wheels, Matchbox, the main lines especially, to make more room for stuff like this. So anyway, I talked enough. This video went on a little bit too long, so anyway, I'm just going to close out and say that I'm going to get my butt on out of here, and I'll see y'all later. All right, y'all. Have a good one.